sauce.
Oh yeah, let's get saucy.
Deadliest animals, check. Last one on the list before we end this episode and get into our episode wind down is a fun, weird one. This one's called hybrids.
Hybrids, human hybrids, animal hybrids.
And for those of you watching, you see down here on the back of my board, it says episode 2, the Human Z episode. All right, we're going to be talking right now about some human hybrid type things, okay? Now, ones that the humans have been trying to do, and we love both of these words, so it's kind of hard to choose. You got chimpanzee.
Yep.
Chimpanzee.
Yep.
Or you have humanzee.
Yep.
We liked humanzee, so this one's called the Human Z episode.
Yes, it is.
Now, when it comes to humanzees, who are they? What are they? Where did they come from? And do we have them? Well, let's look into it. Human hybrid. What the hell is going on? Now, I know a lot of you have heard about this. It's been a thing in our lifetime. Cloning has been a thing. Genetics, cracking the genome, all this stuff. We are living in an era where we are all about the genetics and we're learning how to manipulate genes and create things. So, it's finally getting to the real point, though. It's been around for about a century, though, okay? We're going to talk specifically about some human hybrid experimentation. In our research, we found lots of experimentation going on. Humans and animals, animals with animals, plants versus animals, all sorts of stuff. Plants versus zombies. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're talking specifically here mostly about the human hybrid and where we're going with that, all right?
Yep.
Back in 1910, there was the World Congress of Zoologists. Now, they had talked about this idea of a human Z, right? They were getting at that point where they were doing some genetic testing on things. This was, a little over 100 years ago. And they were like, you know what? Apes and humans, they only lack one chromosome. We're almost there.
We can do it.
This should be a way that we could maybe mix and match these genes and come up with something. Right. So they kind of had the idea back in the day. Took them about another decade later. In the 1920s, you had a Russian scientist called Ilya Ivanovich Ivanov. Okay? Sorry if I butchered that, Ilya. You know him?
I know that guy.
Oh, yeah. You guys used to go to school or what?
We used to drink beers together.
Oh, shit. Of course, J Stevens was drinking beer with old Ilya.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Ilya, back in the day, back in the 1920s, he said, you know what? Let's give this thing a go. Let's try to mix them together. So he was extracting eggs from humans, extracting sperm from humans, doing the same thing from the primates, from the chimps. And first of all, he tried with the human male sperm into the female chimp egg, okay? Right. The female egg. So that didn't work, and then he flipped it around. He tried that. That was a little bit more controversial, though, right?
Yes.
Because now you have a human woman giving birth to a half human, half monkey child. In theory, that's what was going on. So that was kind of the dilemma behind that, the ethics dilemma. So he didn't have any success with either one of these, all right? No. He didn't really have it back then. That was 100 years ago in the 1920s. All right? Since then, we have been doing lots of stuff. In 2019, a Spanish scientist operating out of China, he put together a chimp-human hybrid.
Yep.
Got it to the 14-day incubation period, and then they had to kill it.
Yep. Okay,
so science ethical laws right now say you can fertilize an egg, you can get it to a certain point in the embryo, and then you have to kill it, okay?
Right.
And
I think that's only in China.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of these scientists, and this guy specifically that Zuki's talking about, that's why they're in China.
Exactly.
Because they can do these sort of things there because it's China. Other places like the States, for example, doesn't allow this shit now.
And so we're walking a very slippery slope with that.
Yeah.
All the responsible Western countries and responsible countries of the world that say, hey, we don't want to be playing God and doing this. This is not ethical. We're not doing it. Yeah. Well, all that's doing is chasing all the scientists to China. China's going, hey, you want to do your little pop-up experiment over here? Cool, we're down. So exactly. All we've created now is all the responsible experimentation has now gone underground and it's moved to China. So we're not really sure what the hell is happening over there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we know, yeah.
But what we do know and what is on record is they have gotten these embryos at certain points along the development process, and then they've just killed them, okay?
Right.
They've exterminated them, and they're no more. But that raises the question, did they kill all of them, though? I mean, let's get serious. If you have the means and the technology to get it to a certain point, and you're doing it on the underground, and you're doing it to see if it can be done, there has to have been a point somewhere that this group of scientists said,
right.
hey, we got it to this point. We spent all this time and effort. Do we really want to kill it after 14 days?
Yeah, you're already doing it somewhat illegally or like maybe immorally to you, and you're going to China to do it.
Right.
And then like you're already that far. Like, yeah, I mean, who knows?
So we think right here at the Weird Sauce Company that few of these mad scientists have taken some of these eggs in the back room and kept those things going. Let us know what you think down in the comments. If you think we've actually successfully made human chimpanzee hybrids, human Z's, I think they're out there. We've done a lot of experimentation actually with animals and humans.
Right.
Okay. Now the chimp and the humans, that was like the holy grail.
Yeah.
We were going for the home run, the grand slam, like this is a new creature. Now, there's a whole category in the middle that doesn't involve going for the big grand slam. It involves just taking little bites, getting a little piece here, a little piece there. For example, taking human brain cells and putting them in the genome of pigs and putting them in different animals to harvest organs from them.
Yeah, I mean, that's the pigs and sheep they were talking about doing that with. And, I mean, that's basically, I mean, that's just fucking weird, man. Like, I can see how, in the grand scheme of things, the idea isn't bad, right? So, like, and the end game, they're trying to harvest, they're trying to grow human organs in pigs and sheep so that if you need a fucking kidney transplant or whatever the fuck you need, you get out of a pig. Then on the other hand, you know, you're at the fucking doctor and they're like, hey, you know, this is the pig that's going to be giving you the fucking kidney transplant. Like,
exactly.
I mean, how do you feel about that? I mean, I you know, if it's safe and okay, then okay, but, you know.
Yeah, it's just a weird.
It is, it's weird.
It's a weird concept.
It's a weird concept. But it does sound like I think the end idea is okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you could have all of these organs that humans need, and technically they're growing in animals that you don't have to.
Fucking PETA got to be pissed, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know, pet activists probably not too happy about that shit.
Well, that's one of those things, though. It's like animal or human, you know?
Right.
It's kind of one of those things. Unless, you know, we got a plethora of all these organs laying around and we don't have to kill the animals, but
we don't have that.
We don't have that. So, yeah, when people do have these organ failure and stuff, if they do need a donor, would it be pretty cool if you could say, hey, there's a company just right in the next state over. They have 12 different types of animals. They have 22 different types of organs.
Right.
They're already ready to go. When someone gets in a car accident and say, hey, this guy needs this body part right now, boom. Within an hour, they have it from a living creature right into your body, nice and healthy. They've monitored it. You don't have to worry about a human like, oh, my kidney's failing. Well, give me your kidney. Well, I've been drinking my whole life. My kidney's not too good either, you know?
Right.
So, you know.
I think the end game of it sounds like a good idea.
It sounds cool. Sounds promising.
It does sound promising.
There were some other people that have done some experiments on trying to make some hybrid stuff go on. Some of our favorites are, my favorite and the top one that I've heard of is mixing spider silk with goat milk.
Yep.
Okay. Silky milk.
This
silk
happened.
milk. This is a real thing. All right.
There's two of them, I think.
Yeah. Basically, they were able to take the DNA from the spider that makes the silk, embed it into the goat DNA, so the goat makes the milk that's got the spider silk DNA in it. So when it makes the milk, it's got that silky.
Yeah, it was like a thick, silky
film in it.
Yeah, exactly.
So you get the milk from the goat, and then you dehydrate all the milk out of it, and you're left with the spider silk.
Yep.
Now, why do people give a shit about that? Well, spider silk's some of the strongest stuff in the world.
Yep.
and it's super, super lightweight. It's super strong. The problem is we can only harvest it from spiders. So if we had a different way of harvesting it, we could have this amazing material and we could use it for humans.
A real life Spider-Man.
That's right.
Oh my God.
Spider goat.
Spider goat.
Who's the goat? Who's the goat of all spider
goat.
goats?
Dope.
Spider goats. All right. Hey, if you want to get us a Christmas gift here at the Weird Sauce Sauce Lab, we are accepting spider goats.
Spider goats, yeah.
Yeah, spider goats.
We'll take one.